One thing I've learned is that the 20-minute practice goes by in a nanosecond. So let's just sit down and drop in and contemplate the word trust. And let that sort of breathe its way into your being. Trust. And it might be trust as it's related to leaning into the unseen, the unknown, which I believe deeply relates to our apex pose, camel pose, or trust of self, to hold yourself accountable for what feels life affirming and not pushing and grasping for an end result. So trust around how you have your own back, trusting your heart to open in a very wide, expanded, beautiful posture. And draw your hands to the center of your heart. And just let your mind soften. Let go of the bhavana, the contemplation, and just move into an awareness of infinite breath. One inhale, giving way to the exhale, and trusting that the exhale will give way to the inhale. And then we'll take the sound of Om, really opening to that place where we know we are connected to that source from where all things come. And deep breath in. Sweet breath out. Inhale again. Ah. Softly open your eyes, release your hands, and we're going to start on our backs, which I think is a great place to start for a camel pose practice. So when you get yourself down, take cactus arms, where the arms bend, coming out from the heart. And then draw your knees right up over your chest. And give yourself a moment. You can circle out your ankles and your wrists. And identify that really solid support that's below you. Solidity that you can trust. And now you can take an exhale, knees to your left. And as you do that, draw the right shoulder blade onto your back. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. And now we'll really move into your connection to breath. So you can start to really become assured that your breath will lead the way, and your body has a powerful, never not present force to lean into as you gently start to warm up your core. The twists will start to open your shoulders, your lower back even. So if bringing your feet off the floor is too much for the beginning of your practice, your feet can come down. And that's where we come back into knowing and believing in the teacher that's on your mat, answering to your first name. All right. And as you come back up, make sure you've got an even twisted number from side to side. Please place your feet on your mat. Move your elbows down and closer to your ribs, but give some space there. And now draw your shoulders up toward your ears and then gently squeeze the upper arm bones under the heart, pressing down from inner feet to inner ball mound of the foot, inner knee to inner foot, upper deltoid, back of your head. I'm going to lift up into the most baby of bridge poses, just a little soft bridge where you get to feel where you swallow right below your chin. Give yourself a swallow. And then try to pull right behind your eyes back into the back of your skull, pressing that into the mat. And you'll feel that place where you swallow tone. It's called your hyoid bone. And maintain that connection. It's a steadiness. So trust and steadiness. And from that steadiness, start to expand and lengthen through the spine, through the knees, even as you push down through the sure and right action of your feet. Inhale, hips to the earth. And we'll take a hold of the knees and circle out the knees. So roll around your sacrum. It's a triangular bone between the two legs and the hips. So find the corners of your triangle, the edges, and then reverse that. And roll over to one side. Lift yourself up, hands and knees. And we'll take a downward facing dog. So we'll take a moment to set up and push down through finger pads. Pull the sides of the ribs up towards your armpits and towards your ears. And then as you lift your knees, tone your navel. From the heart, push down. Keep the knees really, really bent so that you can move the upper thigh bones back. And to take a deep bow into your own heart. Inhale, plank. Push the feet back if you need to. And then lower to your belly. Take a little baby cobra. So we'll push down through the tops of the feet, right above your knees. Push the hands down. Now pull the lowest fibers of your belly forward to lift the heart. And lower down. And we'll take two more just like that. Press down, pull the side bodies long. And remember that place where you swallowed. Now pull that part towards the back of your skull as you move your eyes back. And lower down. And last one. Start with a breath in. Elongate the breath in. And as you lengthen your tailbone now, pull the upper throat back. And lift up and back. Downward dog. Let this settle your mind so you can start to feel in and trust your physical body to give you feedback. And if at any time any of these postures don't work for you, you get to choose something that's perhaps a milder variation of the form. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right. Exhale, lower. 5 counts to come to the knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drag the hands back, paint them backwards, and pull them up the upper thighs to your hips. Now we'll tuck your toes here. Use your hands on the front pockets of your legs to push your thighs back. And now take your hands to your back pockets and slide them down a little bit. So hopefully you can feel where your thut is, your butt and your thigh. Make that part of you strong. So when you push your hips back, you can squeeze your thut. And keep the thighs back. Bow forward a little bit. Hands to upper front pockets. Deep breath in. Now we'll paint the hands wide, wide, wide. Cactus arms. And as you do that, pull the tailbone down towards the back of the knees. Push from your hips through the leg bones and start to stretch and lift your rib cage. Pull your elbows forward. And now really lift the ribs up off of the hips. Push the hips down. Now, right where you swallowed, pull the top of the throat back and your eyes into the palms of your hands. And just think of this like you were your own cosmic recliner. You just got something to lean into and you can trust. You've got your back here. So now pull your shoulder blades in and down, lift up into your breath. Reach a little more firmly from the front of the thighs down into the front of the knees. And with inhale, lift up and out, hands wide. Walk it forward, downward dog. Inhale, left leg up. Step left foot forward. Plant the right knee, and if you have a strap handy, grab that. Take your strap, bring it with you. If you don't have a strap handy, you can use your hands, like your thumbs behind where your heart rate monitor strap would be. If you had a heart rate monitor on and it was around just below the breasts, then you're going to lift up. If you have a strap, take it to just below the shoulder blades and snug it in and up. Pull forward until your arms extend. Now, keep lifting up from the base of the heart and like you're watching a slow sunrise. Top of the throat back, lower ears back, and feel what you feel. I feel a nice, good stretch through my back thigh, through the lower belly, and zero pain. So no pain. It just feels good. So if you've got pain in the lower back, lift up, trust yourself to know that feeling. And bring it down. If you can, you'll keep the strap and slide to plank. Lower down to the earth. Cobra. Inhale up and back. And downward dog. Inhale, right leg high. Step through. If you had to let go of your strap, find it again. If you're not using a strap, place your hands just below on the widest part of your ribs. So fingers forward, thumbs back, and you can lift up and find that elevation of the heart that way. Pull the arms forward. Draw the shoulder blades down towards your strap and top of the throat back. And now lead with the heart. Let the heart lift. Manubrium, your sternum lift. Top of the throat back. And pull yourself up into your own delight. Trust the earth. Push down through your legs. Lifting up through the heart. Inhale, come out. And plank. Downward dog. Deep breath. Upper walk, forward fold. I'll take that strap and move it to the side. Reach up, touch the sky. And hands to heart. Pushing down through left leg, slide hand to right knee, right ankle, heel to buttocks. And get a nice little quad stretch here. Lifting the right elbow. Find the shape of Ustrasana, of camel pose, in the upper back here. So you've got a hold of your foot, hopefully. If not, use your strap. And see how the elbows can bend and lift. Now pull the top of your throat back without moving your eyes. Pull your head back and notice how the heart starts to lift. So the gaze will be down the nose like you were looking through your reading glasses. And curl up and let it go. Reach up. Hands to heart. And keep the right thumb on the sternum as you reach down, left hand to knee, ankle, heel to glute. Pull to the midline with both legs, especially the lifted one. Now bend that lifted elbow. Pushing through the leg bone, try to make that femur bone of the lifted leg longer. And lifting up through the tricep. Now pull top of the throat back as you reach your elbow back and curl, looking down the nose. If this is too much, hold on to a wall. And inhale, curl it. And release. Big breath in. Dive forward to Uttanasana. Lengthen your spine. Downward dog. 5 counts down to the knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Paint the hands back up to the hips. And keep the hands on the hips, but turn the fingers around to the back pocket. Tuck your toes. Thighs back, buttocks strong, tailbone long, root down. Use your fingertips to push the buttocks down, but lift up through the back of the heart, the front of the ribs. Now press your head back and curl up through the heart space. Inhale, rise up. All right. Options here. We're going to do half Ustrasana. Options here. You can take a block on high outside the ankle, or you can reach back for your heel. So I'm going to go this way. So it's not a deep back bend at all. It's more of a side twist. I'm going to take that left hand to the right ribs and twist the ribs around, and then bring your hand behind your head. Press your head back. Keep turning those right ribs towards the sky, and maybe your gaze follows. Now root through the legs, and like you had that strap behind your heart, lift up through the heart space. And inhale, unwind. You can take that block to the other side. Reach your thigh bones back. Reach your hand back either to heel, bending the elbow, or block, bending the elbow. As you keep your thighs moving back, root the tailbone, and take the hand, the opposite ribs, pull the ribs forward and up. Now hand behind your head, and right where you swallow, top of the throat back, right behind the ears, push from your hips through your legs, curl up. Inhale, work your way out. That looks good. To do both hands is, this is a level 1 back bend, and it took me years to like this pose. So I'm not a back bender. You're a back bender. You can take your feet shoelace side down and go to the heel. That's a huge jump. It's several inches. Yeah. Stay here, hands to back pockets. out of time, but we're going to keep going. Top of the thighs back. Curl up. Curl up. Lift up. Palate back, ears back. Now one hand. So now it's less of a twist, but a tiny twist to the heel. Curl the heart. And if that feels good, right, and beautiful, and you can trust yourself here, other hand to your heel or the block. Give yourself an Om just to check in. Are you working in a good place? Now root through the legs and let your heart lead the way to come up and out. Have a seat. Close your eyes. All right. Now, typically when I'm planning a class to teach, I'll take the pose like we just did, and I'll investigate it. Very similar to what we did. I might take 20 minutes to work my way into it, or I might do it in the first 2 minutes. But what it will do is reveal to me where in my body I need more opening. So for me today, I would go in and deepen quad stretches. For some of you, it could be more about your upper back, and you could do more shoulder openers. So let the pose reveal your next step, and we'll sit with it and listen to that wisdom. It's your body speaking. In order to make camel pose feel better, there's at least one thing you're aware of where you go, yeah, that could use a little more opening. And in the opening, there's usually something that needs strengthening. So if the front of the shoulders are tight, we can open them and strengthen the upper back. If the front of the legs and the belly are tight, we can open them, but we also need to strengthen the glutes and the hamstrings. So there's your short, quick dive into camel pose. And we'll give it one more downward dog just to bring things back into sweet balance. And this time we really know that downward dog is the counter pose to the back bend, where we stretch things back out without going so deep into a forward fold. And you can bend the knees and really make sure the sit bones move back and high, and the breath is sweet and resonant. And one thing I know is if you have time and you were to continue your practice on your own, you're going to have a lot of fun. And if you have to jump off and get into your day, you've done the good thing. So honor where you are and come down to your seat. Just notice it was worth showing up for. You can begin to trust over time that even 20 minutes will work some wonder. And as you bow your mind to your heart and your heart to your body, let this contemplation of trust expand into how you will move into the rest of your day or evening. So we take the practice from the mat into our life. And one final Om, deep breath in. Big breath out. Inhale again. Oh. Namaste. Thank you. Hope you have a beautiful, sweet rest of your day.